Hello everybody and welcome to today's live learning session. My name's Heather Murdoch. I'm part of the Access Now success team. So it's my role to help you understand more about Ezoic, all the different tools within your dashboard and how to use the data to grow your business. I do these live learning sessions every Tuesday at 12 p.m. British Standard Time and every Wednesday at 9 a.m. British Standard Time as well. Gives you the opportunity to come on to either Facebook or YouTube, ask your questions and get a live answer as well. Where I'm not able to provide that answer to you, whether it's because it's not a speciality area for me or because we need additional information to be able to answer your query, but also to keep your account secure. It would be better if we did that through either community or live chat or tickets. I'll make sure that you know the next best place to go to get the answer that you're looking for. No questions too small with these live learning sessions. So if you do have any questions you would like to cover and you aren't sure whether you're thinking, oh, well, is that a silly question? Please don't worry. No question is silly and no question is too small. That's what these sessions are here for you to be able to ask all your concerns and your worries and anything that you would like to learn more about Ezoic for. So just while we're waiting for our first questions to come in, there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk you through today. So the first thing is that later today at 9 a.m. on Pacific Standard Time, Nolan, one of our publisher success managers, is going to be doing a live webinar on best practices to succeed with Ezoic. You can learn more about important features, things how to improve your site speed, grow your traffic, and also increase your revenue as well. If you go to your Ezoic dashboard and take a look, there should be a blue notification there, and you can register for that webinar. And then when it goes live, you can click on that link and be able to join Nolan for it. As part of our webinars, we do have Q&A sessions as well. So if you have any questions about those features, feel free to ask Nolan as well. He'll be happy to help. Okay, and the other thing that I wanted to take you through today is the urgent issues impacting revenue button. We covered it yesterday, so if you were on yesterday or you did see yesterday's, well, bear with me for a minute or two. I do just want to make sure everybody's seen this because of how important it is. So you can access it through your home page of your Ezoic dashboard. You just need to click on it and it will then take you to the Ezoic Ads tab and the Revenue Issues tab here. Alternatively, you can go straight to the Ezoic Ads tab, click on Add Positions and go to the Revenue Issues button there as well. There are two different types of recommendations that we have. They're the auto fix ones. These are really simple. All you need to do is click into each box here and then click on the Fix All button. That will notify our AI system that you would like all these elements on your system fixed. And our AI will do that for you. And then there's also manual fix options as well, where we give you advice on how you can do these actions manually. For the Flickr 5 videos, this is a prompt to help you understand that there are still videos left in your allocation for this particular month. For Flickr 5 videos, as a premium publisher, you get 100 free videos a month. As a non-premium publisher, it's 5 videos a month. We would definitely recommend creating all the videos that you can for that allocation. Many of our publishers race through their allocation in the first few days of the month, which is fantastic to see, because then straight away they can start earning that additional revenue. They can have those videos shared as part of the wider video network, so be increasing their revenue that way, also brand awareness. And then for the videos, what they do is they're hosted on your website as well as on the SERP results. You can see them through Humix as well. So you get 2 bites of the cherry in terms of brand awareness, but also 2 opportunities to get traffic to your site as well. So can help with traffic Also helps with Google to understand more about your site, see that you've got that multimedia aspect to it as well, which can really help from an SEO point of view. So that there's lots of really great things that having Flickify videos on your website does. Just takes a couple of minutes for the videos to be created as well. So I know how busy you folks are and how much you're juggling, and I think with something like this, which is really quick and easy to do, it can really help you to, like I say, with your revenue, your traffic, as well as your SEO. So definitely worth, when you've next got opportunities to work on your site, taking a look at that as well. And then, as always, just want to take you through the Ezoic blog. I always recommend for you folks to sign up to the newsletter if you haven't already. It means that the information drops straight into your inbox, and you can take a look at that and read that when you've got a few minutes, and then use that knowledge next on your when you're working on your site. One of the things that I found really interesting is around Facebook. I personally haven't used Facebook for quite a while. Just got out of the habit with it. And I found this really interesting, this new report that's been recently commissioned around Facebook feeds, who's using Facebook, and the importance of Facebook around traffic and revenue, and also how different countries are using Facebook, and how in some countries how important Facebook is to enable people to use the internet, access many things online in terms of information. So I thought that was really interesting from a publisher point of view, about the strategy of using Facebook in terms of promoting your content, and something that it made me think. So I really wanted to share with you as well. I've recently bought a site, and I'm recently creating a site as well. I'm doing a project actually, which I'm looking forward to sharing all with you shortly, where I'm using the information that Ezoic has provided around ChatGPT, and how to use ChatGPT to create content, and to use that information to improve your social media channels and your marketing as well. So that's one of the things that I'm going to sort of put into the mix there around that is that study as well. So I look forward to bringing you some data on that as soon as I can. If you've got the opportunity to, do head over to community. I've pinned a post to the top there which introduces the experiment. It's just in the early days at the moment. So if you want me to run any experiments in terms of data collection, or using ChatGPT to create content, do let me know. I'd be delighted to help that. I think it's quite interesting at the moment around ChatGPT and content creation, and I've really enjoyed reading through all the articles that Ezoic has created around ChatGPT. So looking forward to putting that into practice and sharing that data with you. So we've got our first question come in from Orthodox. Thank you so much for joining me today, Orthodox, and for your question. The question is, does the Ezoic Premium program increase EPMV, and by how much roughly? So that's a really good question. So yes, the Ezoic Premium program does increase EPMV. How it works is that when you are part of the premium program, you are then getting access to advertisers that are looking to place very specific ads on your site to target a very specific reader. So it might be that they're targeting the reader themselves, or it might be targeting partly for your brand and your niche that you're in as well. And so these ads are more costly to advertisers, and so we pass that additional money onto your selves as well. Alongside that, the opportunities that you get with a premium program is the additional videos. So you get 100 Flickify videos rather than 5. You also get additional support from our publisher success team, so you can have a quarterly meeting with them, which can all help to increase your EPMV. Now, with EPMV, it's important to remember that whilst the premium program does and can increase EPMV. Obviously, EPMV fluctuates from different seasons and, responding to your traffic as well. So one of the things that I've seen happening, for example, in January, is publishers who have signed up to premium in, say, December, and have been seeing, the Christmas ad rates and EPMV going up and up. And then in January, ad rates drop off like a cliff, and that's globally, for every company, and happens every year. And the reason for that is advertisers are obviously putting all their money into the last quarter of the year, because that's when consumers are spending. And in January, when everybody's pulling back on their spending, advertisers do as well. So it's important to remember that if you join the premium program and you do see a decline in their EPMV, do reach out to us and we can take a look at that and explain what's happening to you and give you advice on the next steps. We can't tell you how much the EPMV is going to increase by, because it depends on the tier that you're in. It depends on the time of year, and it also depends on the campaigns that advertisers are running as well, and the traffic that you're getting to your site. So if you take a look at the premium program when you're invited, there's a chart there which talks you through how much it costs you at monthly, yearly, and then also multi-year. And it also tells you how much projected revenue you're likely to get back. It is a ballpark figure. There's a top and sort of bottom end to it, but it will give you an idea of how much revenue you're going to be making back. And of course, it will be clear in terms of how much you're paying out. So I hope that helps, Orthodox. If you do have any further questions, do let me know. Okay, so we're just waiting for our next questions to come in. I'll just give it another couple of minutes, and if there's no questions have come in, if you feel that you've got all your questions answered, then I'll close the sessions today. It just helps me to then go back to people on tickets and community faster. We do have a Q&A session on the 26th of April, so next week, about MCM. So if you're struggling to get your website approved for Google Ad Manager, do join us for that session. We're going to be taking you through a few slides which talks you through the MCM process, talks you through what we think Google is looking for, and the changes that we've suggested publishers to make that have been able to get sites approved by Google. And also what we do as part of that is we ask for volunteers for publishers who are happy for us to show their website on the screen. We'll then talk through all the different recommendations that we would recommend to do. That gives the publisher a nice list of things to go off and do next time they're working on their site, but also means that other publishers on the call can also see different opportunities where they might be able to change things that might help their approval as well. Okay, so we've got some more questions coming in. Thank you so much. So Yaka has said, can you check my website and give a review roughly? I can post the website link here. Yeah, no problem at all, Yaka. As long as you're happy for me to show it on the screen here, your website, then please do. I'd be happy to review the website. If you can just give confirmation in the chat that you're happy for me to show your site on the screen, and just let me know what you're looking for. So are you looking for just a general review, or is this around EPMV or MCM? If you let me know, I'd be happy to walk you through that. It's no problem at all. So Orthodox has said, I'm confused by how the premium earnings work. Is it inclusive of the regular monthly earnings, or does Ezoic pay premium earnings exclusively based on the tier? So bear with me, Orthodox. I'm just going to read that question again just to make sure I understand. So bear with me. So I think I've understood the question correctly, but feel free to correct me if I haven't, Orthodox. So how premium earnings work is your tier is based on the last 30 days standard Ezoic earnings. So that doesn't include your mediation. it doesn't include any direct ads. It's just the Ezoic earnings that you have coming through your site. So that then indicates what tier that you're going to be on within premium. And then with premium, depending on the tier that you're on, that then gives you a ballpark figure of the premium earnings that you could get, and also gives you the cost, if you like, of subscribing up to premium. When you get your earnings, you'll get a earnings from your regular Ezoic earnings, so the standard earnings, and then you'll also get a pot of money from your premium earnings as well. This premium earnings, the way that we work this out is that if you go to your premium dashboard, and you'll see on the left-hand side, it talks you through a link there about how we work the premium earnings out. And in short, what happens is if a advertiser is a premium advertiser, and if an advertiser is a normal advertiser, so non-premium, and we have a reader that comes to your site, and both advertisers want to put an ad in front of that reader, what we do is we obviously put the advertiser that's a premium one on your site, because that's going to pay you more. So say that's $50, and then the non-premium advertisers say that they were going to pay you $5 to place an ad on your site. We would then, in terms of your earnings, put $5 into the the non-premium Ezoic earnings, and then $45 into the premium earnings. This has all come from that actual premium advertiser, because they're the one that's put the advert on your site. But what we want to make sure is with the premium earnings is that we're not taking away from your standard Ezoic earnings. And so by doing this sum and this calculation and splitting up the earnings this way, it helps you to see what you would have got if you weren't on premium, but then also helps you to get that additional revenue through being on premium. So I hope that helps. Do let me know if you've got any more question on that. So Yaka has said, yes, no worries. Yes, just a general review if I've placed ads properly. Sure, no worries at all. With sharing your website, Yaka, what you may find is that YouTube will block the full website domain, if you copy and paste it in. So say, for example, I was going to share Ezoic's URL. What you might need to do is just type in Ezoic, put a space, and then put .com. That way I can work out it's ezoic.com for your website, but it's not then blocked as part of the comment settings. Okay, so just while we're waiting for Yaka to send over their website domain name, just to let you know that if you do have any questions, no matter how big or small, do let me know. I stay on these live learning sessions for as long as there are questions coming in, or until 10 a.m. British Standard Time, depending on which one comes quicker. This then enables you folks to get all your questions answered, and for myself, if you have got all your questions answered, then I go over to community and to tickets and get questions answered there, so it helps me go back to people quicker. I do these sessions every Tuesday at 12 p.m. British Standard Time, and then also every Wednesday at 9 a.m. British Standard Time as well. So if you ever are around and have got some questions, then do let me know. If you're on YouTube, would recommend subscribing to the Ezoic channel. You can also then click on the notify me button. So if you're just browsing around YouTube and I go live on a session, the YouTube will then notify you that I've gone live. So if you've got a question, you can head over and I'll be happy to answer it. Okay, so we've got another question coming in from Orthodox about premium revenue. Thank you, Orthodox, for your questions today. So Orthodox has said, for example, if my standard earnings displayed in the main Ezoic dashboard is $200 per month, is it already inclusive of the premium earnings? Correct. It depends where you're looking at, Orthodox. If you're looking at the top left-hand box of your website, so if we go to this website here, I think this has got premium earnings on it. Bear with me. So if you're looking at this particular website, say this is your one, and yes, this is on premium. So if you take a look at it, this box here shows you the estimated earnings over the last 30 days, and this will include all your earnings. And then if you scroll down on these boxes here, you've got a breakdown of those earnings. So you've got your standard Ezoic earnings across this line, your mediation across this line, and then also your premium earnings across this line here as well. And the figure obviously at the top is the total figure for that day. With these reports, they are estimations, as typically they're not complete before 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so about 8 hours away from today, sort of from now, when they'll update and report. So what you will find with your premium earnings is they do tend to come in later, because of the wide variety of companies that we work with. They all have different reporting structures, and typically by 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, that's when we have all the reporting in, can analyse that and make sure everything goes to the goes to the right person, and then you get your updated reporting in there. So our next question is from Vivek. Thank you so much, Vivek, for your question. So Vivek has asked, does Ezoic help in opening Google AdSense account? My MCM is approved for all the sites. We don't help you open up Google AdSense accounts. Ezoic is a Google ad partner, but we don't have any influence over their decisions. We can direct you to URLs where you can sign up for Google AdSense, but we wouldn't be able to sort of directly set up the AdSense account yourself. If you just Google it, go to Google, open a browser, and find Google AdSense sign up or Google AdSense login, you should be able to find the right page through that. If you are struggling to find the page of where to sign up to Google AdSense, then of course do reach out to us on community or through Levels live chat or tickets, and we can of course help you further with that, Vivek, as well. Okay, well, thank you all for your questions that you've had coming in so far. It's been really wonderful to be able to spend this time with you. Orthodox has said, okay, understood. Thanks, Heather. No problem at all. Glad I could help. And Vivek has said, thanks, no problem at all. I'm glad we were able to help you with that as well. If you do have any other questions, do let me know. Like I say, I'll stay on the line for another couple of minutes. And if you do have any questions, then please do let me know. I'll be happy to help you. So Yaka has said they keep blocking my website. Oh, no, it's come through now, Yaka. So bear with me. Let me see if I can get that up for you. What's going to happen is my sound will go off, but I'm still here. So I'll go and get your website and come back to you, folks, in just a moment. Okay, Yaka. So I've got your website up here, and let me just check. Yep. So you want to take a look at the ads for today. So first off, I'm just going to be looking at the homepage. So going to scroll through your site. I can see you've got a sticky sidebar ad placeholder set up, which is fantastic. And then also an anchor ad as well. So anchor ad can impact your EPMV by up to 70%. So we definitely recommend having that anchor ad in place. It can make a huge difference to the EPMV of your site. And as you can see from a sticky sidebar, it just sticks in place there. So as I'm scrolling down and finding an article that I want to take a look at, that advert is monetizing for you. And also obviously when you're looking at it on a blog post page as well, that advert will be monetizing for you as well, which is helps to increase your revenue. So let's just pick this article. Can see you've got vignette ads on, which is fantastic. Again, really great way to be able to increase your revenue as well. What I would recommend, we've got the video right at the top of your page there. I would perhaps move that Yaka further down, just because it might be confusing for people if they land on there, see that video first off. They might not understand where your written content is, and they may think, oh, I've got to the wrong place. So I would perhaps adjust just that one, move it further down the page. We normally recommend being under the first paragraph or under the second paragraph, something like that. Okay, so just scrolling down just to see what ads come up just as I move down the page. The sticky sidebar ad placeholder isn't showing on here, so I'll just double check when we switch the Chrome extension on that it's definitely there and isn't just on the home page. As you can see, there's a big white space there, which would be good for you to kind of monetize your site on. I'm not seeing any bottom of the page ad placeholder or native ad placeholder Yaka either, but let's just see. It might just be that the advertisers don't want to show ads to me, or at the moment I'm probably on quite a slow internet connection because I'm doing the live chat as well. I'm on Wi-Fi, so the system might be adapting to that as well, so which will be interesting to see when we switch on the ad placeholders. Okay. Okay, so we do have a sidebar floating ad placeholder there. That wasn't showing, so it might just have been the advertisers were choosing not to show it, or because of the connection that it wasn't a good fit to have that ad placeholder showing. Okay, so we've got quite a few duplicates of ad placeholders, but that's absolutely fine. So the system will only show one under first paragraph. So even though there's 4 under first paragraphs there, only one of those particular ad placeholders will show. It's sometimes good if you've got the content length in your content and the length in your paragraphs to have those multiple ad placeholders in place. We normally recommend a minimum of 2 for top of page, under page title, under first paragraph and under second paragraph if you can, because it gives the system so many more variations of opportunities in terms of the ad placeholder setup. Okay, so what I would recommend doing with this one is we've got an in content 10 ad placeholder here, which is on the top of a under second paragraph ad placeholder. This could lead to stacking of ads because an in content ad placeholder and an under second paragraph ones are 2 different ad placeholder types. So ads could show in both. So what I'm going to do, Yaka, is just click on the downward arrow, click on don't show on this page and then click OK. And what will happen is within 24 hours, that in content 10 ad placeholder will no longer show on the page. And so you won't have any issues around the stacking of the ads there. This one's fine where it's got in content 1 and in content 1, because an ad will either show in there or in there, not in both. Okay, so the bottom of the page ad placeholder is here, and you've also got a AI bottom of the page ad placeholder. So again, the AI system was either choosing not to show those adverts to me, or because of the advertisers don't want to show adverts to me. So this is a car website, just to give you a background. I don't drive, so there's no history on my computer at all about buying cars. There's no kind of retargeting going on there. And then also, like I mentioned, around the Wi-Fi, the system will be picking up that I am on a slower Wi-Fi connection. So, different ad placeholders are being chosen and different adverts are being shown compared to somebody who is perhaps really into their cars. So yeah, I hope that helps. One thing I would perhaps keep an eye on is just around that native ad placeholder. Just make sure that those native ads are showing. They're not showing for me, but that's perhaps to be expected. If you're finding that when you're on your website, you're not seeing the native ad placeholders, do reach out to us. Very occasionally, the native ad placeholders don't pull the native ads through, and we just need to refresh the setup of that. If you're an Access Now publisher, Yaka, do come to us in community. Oh, so you've said no, it's not showing for you either. Okay, so what I would recommend doing then is reach out to us in community if you're an Access Now publisher. If you're level 1 or higher, reach out to us on live chat or tickets. We can refresh those native ads for you. Just make sure that they're showing, and then you'll be able to to earn that additional revenue. So do reach out to us and we can take a look at that there for you. Okay, so thank you so much, Yaka, for allowing us to take a look at your site. So I can see we've got another question coming in from Vivek. Oh, so Yaka has said, apologies, Vivek, I'll be right back with you in just a moment. So Yaka has said, it never showed. I tried on community, they couldn't figure it out. The placeholder is there, but it never showed. No problem, Yaka. Reach out onto community and just tag me into the post, and just put a little note that, as discussed on live learning, tagging Heather into the post. I'll then be able to find that after today's session and then be able to get that resolved for you. So please don't worry, we can take a look at that and see what's going on, and should be able to resolve that within 24 hours for you. If we can't, we'll be able to raise it with our senior tech team and figure out what's going on there for you. Okay, so Vivek has asked, does video earnings include in the daily earnings? So yes, if you're looking, so on this dashboard, if you look here, the latest overview, that will show your video earnings and also your Ezoic standard earnings and your premium earnings as well. Sorry, Vivek, I'll be back with you in just a moment. So Yaka says, can I have your handle? Yes, no problem. Apologies, I should have said that. So it's just Heather. So just at Heather, HEATHER. That will tag me in there, and I'll be able to help you from there. So Vivek, apologies for that one. I just wanted to make sure I got the answer back to Yaka for getting help with the native ad placeholder. So the question from Vivek, just to recap, was, does video earnings include in the daily earnings? So yes, it does on this latest overview page here underneath estimated earnings. And then if you go to your view earnings report here, this is the most accurate report for your your earnings on Ezoic. It shows you the breakdown of each different type around Ezoic ad partners, and the Humix revenue is part of the Ezoic ad partners. So whether that's Humix revenue that's earned on your own site or through the engage and grow functionality, that will all show under the Ezoic ad partners earnings. And then for mediation, what will show underneath here, Vivek, is either your mediation earnings and or, depending on what you've got set up, also your direct ad earnings as well will show underneath here. For mediation earnings, these aren't paid out by Ezoic. They're paid out either directly through the direct ads company that you're working with and have set up through Ezoic's direct ads app, or your mediation partner. Typically, that's Google AdSense, who has the majority of mediation with Ezoic, and we would definitely recommend setting up mediation if you haven't. Some publishers don't earn anything with it. And that's okay. It just means that you're confident you're not leaving any revenue on the table. There was some data that we did recently where some publishers can earn up to a 60% increase in their revenue by having mediation set up. So it does take a couple of minutes to do. But is relatively simple to get set up, and potentially very worth it. And then premium ad partners earnings will only show if you're part of the premium program, and if this site is earning premium revenue as well. We don't have a separate tab or breakdown of the video earnings in this earnings report, but it is all put under the Ezoic ad partners earnings, Vivek. So I hope that helps. Do let me know if you've got any additional questions. Yako said, thank you very much. No problem at all. I'm delighted we could take a look at your site and be able to find a solution for that native ad placeholder, and hopefully it will help with additional revenue for you as well. Okay, so we've got about 20 minutes left. Do let me know if you have any questions. Please, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, pop them into the comment section there. They then appear onto another screen that I've got, and then I'm able to answer them in the order that they come in. I do finish these sessions early. If you're happy that you've got all your questions answered, that then enables me to get back to people in tickets and also community as well. As I said, next week on the 26th of March, we've got a Q&A around Google Ad Manager. So this is to help you to be able to find additional information that can help you pass Google Ad Manager's MCM. We do both of live examples. We ask for volunteers from publishers who are happy to have their website shared on the screen, just like we did with Yakas. And what we do is we talk through those sites. It enables the publisher who's shared their site to be able to get information they can then use to make changes on their site, to then be able to get advice from us to help them pass Google MCM. And then also we've got some slides to take you all through as well of the different information and different practices we believe Google is looking for. So we don't have any more questions that have come in, so I'll close today. If after today you think, oh, I really wish I'd asked Heather that, then don't worry, you can find me on community between Saturdays and Wednesdays. There's a team of people on there who will be delighted to help you. So that's if you're an Access Now publisher. If you're level 1 or higher, do reach out to the team on live chat or tickets. We'd be delighted to help answer your queries. And then my next live session is next Tuesday at 12 p.m. British Standard Time, and then every Wednesday at 9 a.m. British Standard Time as well. Thank you all so much for your time. Take care. Bye for now.